The stay-at-home order is very serious, and I know that we are all abiding by it. To help you not go stir crazy and to keep you active in your own home, I am going to tell you the 3 fundamentals of putting that you can play in your own house. Hi, I'm Coach Cheyenne. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Every Thursday, I release a video on golf or how it helps your business and the massive effects that it has on your mental and physical health. Stay tuned and make sure you click subscribe. Before we get started, a little motivation in case you're not a big fan on putting or if it's the weakest part of your game. Let me tell you what Jack Nicklaus said. He said 2% of putting is technique and 98% of putting is either your confidence, your touch, your feel, or just straight up luck. So don't get too stressed out when I tell you the fundamentals. Make sure you take it in, but remember 98% is confidence and your touch. So let's get started. Step number 1, know your putter. What do I mean by that? There are different kinds of putters out there. These are called blades. You can see they're very similar, but a little bit different in width. This is a mallet. So when I say know your putter, you should know, are you putting with a blade like this or similar to it? Or are you putting with a mallet? So that is the first part of knowing your putter. You're confused, you don't know which putter to buy. If you didn't watch my previous video on the 10 items that you should have in your golf bag, make sure to click and watch that after this video. But in there, I tell you how you should be finding your golf clubs. If you're a beginner golfer, you have 3 steps on how you find golf clubs. Right now, since we're at stay at home, I highly recommend going online and buy a secondhand putter. Buy it for $10, $50, whatever your budget is. Go find yourself a blade and just start with that for right now until the stay-at-home orders are taken off and you can actually go into a golf store to try the different kinds of putters. I recommend just going with the basic blade putter right now. I hope that helps. I'm sure a lot of you know about the clothing brand Gap. So what I want you to remember is Gap, but with an S, so Gaps. Gaps is going to be your main thing for setup. Before you even hit the golf ball, your setup is very, 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 very important. So you're gonna remember Gaps. G is for grip. There are multiple grips out there for putting. I will talk about the easiest one for beginner golfers, which is the 10-finger grip, 10 fingers on the grip. What am I doing? I am going to grab the palms of both my hands and just put them on the putter, just like that. So I'm not gonna grab them with my fingertips. I am gonna grab the putter with my palms. If you're right-handed, your left hand goes on the top with your thumb down the middle, and then your right hand goes on the bottom with your thumb down the middle. So I will come a little bit closer to show you from both angles. Palm, the putter is in my palm. Palm, palm. Okay, down the middle. So not fingertips, it's in my palm. 10-finger grip, very, very simple. So G was for grip, perfect. A is for alignment. Are we facing the hole or are we facing the water, the trees? What are we doing with our feet and our alignment? What you need to be aware of is your shoulders need to match your hip, which needs to match your knees, which need to match your toes. So toes, knees, hip, shoulders all need to be in a straight line. As soon as you decide to move one of them, now look at me, my shoulders are now facing the door. My feet are still facing my bowl. but my shoulders no longer are, therefore my hips have followed. So your alignment is important. Everything needs to be in line, okay? And what is it in line with? The line on the floor that you see. This is my target line. On the golf course, obviously we will not have a nice, beautiful white line guiding us to the hole, but this is why we have a mat like this, to help us learn putting and to develop your skills so you can see what errors you're making. And in the alignment process, all the balls also have a nice little line on the side, usually a description line of what kind of ball it is. This one says Pro V1 392. This is really, really handy on the golf course to you as your line, because we will not be lucky to have these nice big white lines. So you will use that as your line to match it up. So I will have it like that. I will then match my line on my putter with that line right there. Okay? That is alignment. Now, P, posture. Am I standing straight up? I'm gonna salute to you, or am I an athlete? And am I strong? And am I looking like, you know, no one can push me over, that I'm very stable? That's the whole point of saying athletic stance. You want to be stable. You don't want to stand like this, because if anyone pushes me over, I'm falling and I am not very stable. My knees are bent and my hips are moving back. They're not straight and tucked in. Strong athletic stance. My knees are bent, my hips are back, and I am relaxed. I am relaxed. So that is P for posture. So S is for stance. In your stance, you need to have your feet shoulder width apart, not out here. Some people like to have a smaller stance while putting. If you're new, I would suggest shoulder width apart. When you have your ball, you need to make sure that your eyes are over top of the ball. What does that mean? Okay, my head and my eyes are right now over top of the ball. If I took another ball and put it on the bridge of my nose and dropped it down, it should hit the ball that is on the ground. That means that my eyes were behind the ball. It needs to hit the ball. So you will need to do this test on your own to understand what it actually means to have your eyes over top of the ball and your head over top of the ball. That's better. So you need to do that adjustment yourself, okay? That's in your stance. In the comments below, make sure you write GAPS, G-A-P-S, in caps lock, if that actually helped you or if it was something new that you learned. Thank you for watching my video. Make sure to click subscribe and click the like button if any of my tips were helpful. And remember, next Thursday you'll find a brand new video. Stay tuned, it'll be a surprise.